Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth has passed away, and there were no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and he will be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old things has passed away." He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Then he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." He said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty, I will give to drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. He who overcomes will inherit all this, and I will be his God, and he will be my son." I read Revelation chapter 21 and verses 1 to 7 from the New International Bible. This new Jerusalem, and to live with God forever, is our main motivation to share with you these wonderful passages from the Steps to Christ. Let's see now the conclusion of chapter 5, Consecration.
Hello everyone, welcome to New Life. My name is George, and on this episode we're going to continue studying the book Steps to Christ by Ellen G. White. And this is the last part of chapter 5, the chapter that talks about consecration. And for those of you that don't know, consecration means to dedicate or set apart something or someone to God, to dedicate someone to God. And let me start asking this. How many of you, at the beginning of a year, you set goals for the next year? You know, like January 1st, and this is what I want to achieve in this year. And how many of you throughout the year realize that you might not or have abandoned some of those goals that you had? And this happens because, well, first, we have free will. We have the power to decide what to do or what not to do. And then sometimes we lack determination. And since we have the power to decide to stop doing something, and sometimes we lack determination, that could be a bad recipe. And sadly, that can translate to our Christian lives. Let me give you an example. Let's say that in your goals for a new year, you decided that you wanted to wake up every day at 6 a.m. and you do it for 10 days, but then you decide to stop. Do you think that you now have the habit of waking up every day at 6 a.m. for the rest of the year? The answer is no. And the same happens with our Christian life. We might have the desire, and we could say, like, this year I want to talk to God every single day, or I want to pray every day, or I want to read my Bible every day. And we might have the desire, but if we don't do it every day, it won't happen. If we lack that determination, we won't make it a habit. And that's the key. If we did the waking up at 6 a.m. for 6 months, a year, or 2, then it will be a habit. It would get to the point that you don't need to even set up an alarm to wake up at 6 a.m. It would be something that just happened. It's part of your routine. It's part of your life now. And if we do the same with our relationship with God and persevere and be determined, then it will become a habit. This is the good part though. If we have the desire, we could ask God for the determination, and He is more than willing and happy to help us through it and give us that determination and give us the willingness to every single day work on improving our lives. Now, God is not going to force us to do anything that we don't want to do. He respects our free will. And sometimes it might be hard for us to submit and feel like we're letting go of that free will that we have, and and follow Jesus and His instructions on everything. But the truth is that God is never happy about or interested in our suffering. The only thing that He is interested in is our happiness. And when God asks us to do something or step away from the instant gratification, is because He is working on getting us to a higher level. He wants to give us joy and something like everlasting and happiness that is everlasting. So yes, sometimes we might have to sacrifice the instant gratification, but if we make it a habit to follow Jesus and have a relationship with Him, the end reward is so much better. If we dedicate ourselves to God, He's more than willing and happy to give us the determination and work on us to give us a new and better life. So I hope that we learned something about this chapter 5. God is willing to help us, and He wants to give us joy and happiness. He wants us to have a better life. So with this, I just want to say God bless you. Please share this video with all your friends, and there is a link below with a free version of the amazing book Steps to Christ by Ellen G. White. And as always, God bless you.
We hope to see you next time when we are going to share another summary of that wonderful book, Steps to Christ. Until then, may God bless you and keep you safe.
Jesucristo, mi Dios y Salvador.